The best way to sharpen your skills is to play against someone better than you. This is the first thing that I've learned during my days at IIT Kharagpur. But if you're someone new here, my name is Tarun and I've graduated from IIT Kharagpur last year with one of the highest packages from Mechanical Engineering Department in my batch. I've spent almost 5 years studying both bachelor's and master's, where my competition were the so-called the best brains of India. So I had to come out of the comfort zone and give my best every single day just to survive that competition. I've seen students who never study and still score full marks in the exam. I've also seen students who study 30 hours straight right before the exam and still not end up sleeping in the examination and score more than 80% of the class. These people are the energy gods, the discipline gods who get shit done no matter what. But what's the secret? Like, what are the things that you guys are missing that they have? In this video, I'm not just gonna talk about the strategies or the memory techniques or the techniques like spaced repetition, memory castle, active recall, Pomodoro, or the Ultradian sprints. Because they are useful, yes. A lot of IITians also follow some or the other kind of these things. Yes, and if you actually want them, just scroll back, take a screenshot of those, write them down on a piece of paper or print them and put it on your wall, because that will act like a reminder for you throughout your preparation. But in this video, I don't want to really talk about those techniques. Instead, I want to talk about the core differences in values, beliefs, qualities, and the mindset that you might be missing. And just as a disclaimer, some of the points of this video might feel uncomfortable, inhuman, weird, or even offensive to you. I'm sorry if it does, but this video is going to be the hard truth. And if you're a normie watching this, stop this video because this video is not for you. But if you really want to know what it takes, let's start. First things first, how many of you have ever faced this problem in your life? You know that your exams are coming up in a couple of days, weeks, or even months. You also know that you have to study a lot of things. A lot of syllabus is still left. You literally have your books in front of you, but you still don't end up studying. But again, there are a couple of days of your life where you're feeling so much motivated and you can finish the entire chapter in just one day. If this sounds familiar to you, welcome to the mediocre club of losers. Because with a mindset like this, you won't be able to do anything significant in your life. Like, be honest, how many times have you wasted hours and hours just because you did not feel like studying, just because you did not have motivation to study? You see, brother, this is your problem. Only the mediocre people wait for the motivation. But the toppers of your class who are scoring much more than you, they don't give a shit about these things. They have a schedule, a proper timetable to follow. I mean, joke's on you, you don't even have a list of things that you'll be studying today. You'll mostly end up the entire day without studying anything significant. See, what you'll have to realize is this. For every single person in this world, there are good days and there are bad days. There are some days when they feel so freaking motivated. But at the same time, there are some days when they'll feel like, bro, I don't want to do this anymore. But if you want to do something big in your life, not just IIT JEE, anything big in your life, you have to wake up and get shit done, irrespective of the way that you feel. Discipline over motivation. This is the first mental framework that you have to take away from this video. Now, how many of you have seen people in the class who are just toxic? I mean, they're always studying, they don't seem approachable, they're always like, shh, when you just try to initiate conversation with them. And for the worst, they don't spend time with anyone who scores less marks in the exams. Have you ever seen people like that? Like, just stop this video, go to the comments and just let me know. Have you ever seen people like that? Because I did. In one way, they are too focused on their goals, but on the other side, they forgot that they're even humans. It feels too toxic, but there are people like that. They have zero emotions. All they care about is their goals. They don't care about you. They don't care about having friends or something. In fact, they consider you like a passing cloud that will eventually fade away from their life. In one way, it helps them to completely focus on their goals. But on the other side, they're losing out on everything for their goals. Now, to completely transform yourself into that person, that human being with zero emotions, is your complete choice. But what I'd suggest you, to everyone who has goals, is this. You have to turn into that emotionless human being, at least while you are working, at least while you are studying, at least while you are in that zone of, or probably that study sprint or Ultradian sprint, or during that Pomodoro session, or whatever the session while you are sitting and studying. You have to be literally emotionless. Because not caring about anything else apart from your goals is very, very important sometimes. Not all the times, but sometimes. This might be a toxic advice, but you can't let someone else destroy the flow state that you have built while you're studying. You don't need to be cruel and all that shit, but you have to protect your space, time, and your goals. It doesn't matter if it's a friend, girlfriend, relative, or even your family. While you are sitting and studying, you can't let anyone else interrupt you. Because this is a cruel world, ladies and gentlemen. The same people who disturb you right now while you had to sit and study will come back and make fun of you once you start scoring less in the examination. You have to protect your goals no matter what. This is the second mental framework that I want you to take away from this video. Now, before we move on to the next and the last framework of this video, I'd like to thank every single person who watched the previous study transformation launch video and actually supported and commented on it. The essential program got completely sold out in 1.5 days, and only elite and the ultimate programs are left right now. If you're someone who already joined, now it's my responsibility to make you sit and study. I'll make you fall in love with studies again. But if you're someone who's still thinking about should I join or not, the last date is October 15th, but I'm pretty sure it might be sold out in like next 3 or 4 days. So if you're preparing for JEE 2025 or 2026, make sure that you actually join Elite program because it has 16 dedicated IIT JEE sessions from top IITian mentors along with the study transformation lectures. See, we are going to give our best, but most importantly, we are going to make sure that you give your best. You can use the code ELITE for 15% off on the Elite program. The link is in the description and in the comments below. Now the last thing, but the most important part of this entire video is this. How many times did you actually tell yourself that you'll wake up early in the morning? How many times did you actually tell yourself that you'll not sleep in the classes? How many times did you tell yourself that you'll sit and study every single day for 8 hours straight? How many times did you actually tell yourself that you will stop scrolling reels? Like, how many times did you promise all these things to yourself? I mean, initially, you actually follow them. You change your routine. You become a new person. But then, somehow, you end up coming back to being the same person again. You follow into the trap of, okay, I'll get better and then come back. Get better and then come back. Get better and then come back. Whom are you cheating? Remember this, most of the good things in life only come through consistency over extended periods of time. Even if you want to become a topper, you want to build a good body, or even if you have to become rich, you have to do it throughout an extended periods of time, consistently, day after day, every single day, for months and years. That's how you actually end up doing something big. One of the easiest ways of being consistent is to build a new habit. And one of the easiest ways to build this new habit is by habit stacking, where you attach a new habit that you want to form to the existing habit that you already have in your life. I mean, this kind of sounds complex and all of this thing, but if you might have understood, then yeah, perfect. I'll also make a dedicated video on this later, so you don't need to worry about it. But for now, just remember this one thing. Consistency over extended periods of time is the key to massive success. See, we all have goals. We all want to achieve them. We all work hard for it. I mean, this is what you think, right? But you're wrong. You're not giving your best, my friend. Probably you're at 40%, 50% or even 60% of your own potential. You can do much better than this. Like, the goal that you set right now is just a piece of shit. You can do much better than this. This goal that you set right now, this is just a piece of shit. This is not your true potential. The day that you understand this, you'll unlock the second person who's been hiding in you for years and years. Unlock it, because if not now, then when? And if you need my support in your journey, consider joining the Elite and the Ultimate programs. See, usually I don't talk about anything, but if I'm talking about this, then you know that I'm serious about this. See you inside. Bye-bye.
We can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have